Well, good morning, everybody. It is a brand new day here at the build site. I just stopped and did a little video that I'm posting separate from this video about awareness of garbage on the beach. Please take time and watch that video and listen and understand and try to do your part to help alleviate that problem, because it's a global issue. But I've already made a video on that. Go watch it. It'll open your eyes up and you'll see a little bit more of our beach out here too and understand things a little bit more. All right, well, the guys are in full effect here working, and I'm gonna throw this trash away, and later Melinda will properly dispose of that trash. And here we go. Let's get started on a brand new day here at Las Conchas del Mar here in the Philippines. So starting out here, if you hear a lot of noise, I've got them all doing a little work here of maintenance, property maintenance. All of my fence across here is steel with the epoxy paint on it, and of course sometimes you're gonna have to come back just like on a big steel ship, and you're gonna have to repaint all your steel. So I got them getting any kind of loose stuff off of there. They're all working down there now, and we're going to be doing a new 2-part epoxy paint on the fence again, and a few repairs in a few places. Up here, they're right back to forming this morning. Let's see whose face I see there. Oh, it's Ambin. Ambin's up here working. See who else is around up here. There's that Nardo setting up here to cut some plywood. Doing it his way, the handsaw way. Good morning, Nardo. Good morning. Miss Melinda, she's getting started over here on cooking something. So I see you got, what's that, gourd right there?
Yes.
The bitter gourd?
Yes, the bitter gourd.
Tomatoes. What are you about to cut? Uh-oh, we know, here comes the onion. What about the garlic? Where's the garlic? Is it next?
Next.
So what are you gonna make, Miss Mel?
I'm going to saute this vegetable.
Saute them?
Yeah, sorry.
What you got going right here?
Sweet potato. I'm going to make later the, like bilo-bilo.
Bilo-bilo?
Yes.
So I was just talking about this plastic out here, and this is the problem here. When I go to stores, they're trying to hand me sacks and stuff, and I say, no need. Sir, here's a bag. It's a no need. I'll be carrying it bundled up my arms. But when you go anywhere right here in the Philippines and you buy something like this, it's going to be in a little baggie. And sometimes it's hard to not use these little baggies because there's no other option. I mean, every time you're going to carry plastic cups and Tupperware with you. So, and this is kind of a little unit they little measure off in, they know. But even if you have to have these, be responsible what you do with them afterwards. So we know Melinda did a sneaky little takeover out here in my boat shed. And Mike and I, we're moving some stuff right now. Get ready to form in a room in the canopy to my boat. My bimini top, it's more, not really a bimini, this is like a heavy canvas top that goes on my boat there. I come laid it on purpose right in front of her douillon, her hammock there. I'm not gonna leave it there, but I'm gonna do her the way she did me. We're laughing about it because we're just waiting until we start hearing her. So I hope I survive this one. So here we are. We've come down and they're just about to meet to where the garage is and to where I've had this little temporary cover built protecting my boat right here. And we're soon going to have to rip off a section of this roof across right there behind the garage continue this terrace on across. But the other thing that I have encountered is we're having to make some changes to the original plans. And this is going to happen when you build. What looks good on paper sometimes is not as good when it comes to practicality. Something took a fall over there. What, coconut? Yeah. As long as it's not a person. So, so nevertheless, sometimes what looks good on paper in practicality, when you get into the real world and the situation, you're looking at it, you have to do a little reevaluation. It's common in buildings everywhere that go up around the world every day. You make adjustments, you make variances, you make changes, and you make compromises as well. And so on this, we had on original plans that I just made a little snippet there, I'll show you right now, for a spiral staircase to be right here where those guys are working now, for a spiral staircase to come down. And we already have a staircase in the front that has a landing that turns and comes in the front. Then you got to turn again and come to the front door, you know, walk in. So what if you want to bring a large appliance in, like a refrigerator, for instance, or other large items? You're going to have to try to navigate that landing up there. There's a chance your item's going to get damaged, scratched up, beat up. It's, you know, you got handrails there you got to contend with, the wall. So I thought, you know, I really don't want to spiral here in the back. I want a straight run staircase that's going to match right up with a doorway. And at that point, you can bring an item straight up the steps and right inside. And then there's another reason that I wanted a straight run staircase coming right off the back of the house, and I didn't want to spiral, is if Melinda gets mad at me and she wants to get rid of me, if she knocks me down a staircase that's spiral, maybe I'm not going to get hurt. But if we have a long straight staircase and she knocks me down, I can get a really good tumble and roll going and break all my bones.
Like a drum, tumble like a drum.
I can be like a tumbleweed coming down the stairs. So I'm trying to think of Melinda in the future too, if she needs a plan to get rid of me.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it for thinking me, for including me.
No, for real, I wanted a straight run staircase to come down because carrying appliances up, as I said, carrying large furniture up, and if a person really does, on a serious note, I mean, I know we're joking there, it's a little bit of a dark joke, but just go with the humor. And if a person was injured upstairs, I mean, anyone, Melinda, a guest, myself, what if you suffered a medical sickness or something that they had to evacuate you out of the home and put you in an ambulance, something, take you to a hospital? Well, it's also going to be easier going down a straight run staircase. You know, I mean, I'm thinking about these things. They're kind of dark, but we live in a real world. These are real world things. We always hope they don't happen, but it's real world issues. Well, then also you can go right down. Now let's think also, what if I get old and I'm still here and maybe I hurt a hip or a leg or something and I want to still enjoy my home up there? Well, in this modern age now, they got all this equipment that can be installed and lift chairs. You have to think about that. I am 52 years old right now, but I'm going to tell you, in a snap of a finger, I could be 72, I could be 78, I could be 80. And I'm building this because I hope to have that longevity right here. This couple years spent to build this house and build out this property right here is for hopefully a long-term event. And at that, I could always have a modification done and I could have a lift put in. I mean, it's a real world thing. I dealt with it with my brother with cancer. I dealt with my dad when his spine went out and his bad knees, and helping him around. I'm a realist. I mean, not everything is going to be in this health and shape that I'm in right now. So we got a little girl time hangout going here, huh? A little, oh, well, hello to you too. A little girl time hangout in the she shack by the seaside. The seashore she shack by the seaside. Whew, right? Not the she shed, but the she shack. Yeah, the sea shack by the seashore. Seashore, sea shack by the seaside.
I'll let you to pronounce it.
Yeah, I want you to say that now really fast.
Seashore, seashore.
Seashore.
What again?
Sea shack by the seashore. Sea
Sea shack by the seashore. Sea shack by the seashore.
This say seashore, sea shack by the seaside.
Seashore, sea shack by the seaside. Out again. Seashore by the sea shack.
No. Seashore, sea shack by the seaside.
Seashore. She. Never mind.
This panel here will service this room only. And anybody has any comments, say like, oh, I like this brand breaker or that, or why did you use this one or that one? I used it because I already have a whole bunch of these breakers and I'm not gonna spend the money for more. It'll suffice just fine to handle this room. So that's gonna come out flush on the wall out there. Actually, it sticks through just a little bit the way the cover's gotta go, so I cut a hole in the form. These little wires right here, I have taped around that box. We'll go through those little holes there, pull those up tight against the form right there, and they will come out just like and they'll come out all flush and even, ready to put a faceplate on. Leave it out first. You're gonna have, yeah, don't, oh. I show you up a little too high. In the top holes there, bro. Right here. Here, somebody's picking their end up too high. Let down there, too high. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna stop recording so I can. There it is. Box is wired up against the form. The breaker box is in place. I'll put a couple wires or something out here, maybe a couple screws and a board across to hold it out. There it is. This one's wired in. We'll twist that a little tighter and it is good to go. What you ladies out here working on? Is that what you were calling the potatoes?
Yeah, the sweet potatoes and the
A
banana.
type of sweet potato, yeah. And what banana?
Yes.
Is that Saba?
Yeah, Saba, you're right.
Saba banana.
My helper for today.
Yeah,
They're beautiful.
you're all beautiful. Even the angry bird in the middle.
Angry bird.
Even tiger face.
Tapos yung gas.
Oh, did you put those in the pot? Mm. So as I walk around, I look for things that I don't like, things I feel is a problem. And I saw right here, there is zero concrete covering to the outside of the steel, because the steel was simply just tied, sticking out too far. It has plenty all the way down through here and past there. They simply just tied the steel out too far right there. So I asked Joel, while I have it on my mind and before we forget it, just correct it now. So he'll untie all that wire. Once he can get there and get it untied, it's just a matter of slipping it back, cutting off a little bit off that 16 mm and retying it. So it's a simple enough fix, but it's those things you got to watch out for. I need to make sure that has, it needs to have 1.5 inches minimum, really better 2 inches of clear cover concrete over that. So it's those little things to look for. And Mach and I, we have been working for hours today, just running electrical runs, tying up conduit everywhere, all the way around. You can see these white boxes all the way around here, everywhere. Going to circuits, putting in sub panel boxes. There's a box over there. I know the light's blowing out with the evening sun. Box over there, and over another room, another box. Man, it has been a hot one too. I had the guys tie more bamboo up today. We're reaching for the sky, and we bought 2 more huge tarpaulins, so they have some shade to work in over there. You see them? That helps tremendously. I mean, for every one of us, them and me as well. So it's a small investment to make you guys more comfortable, do better work, and not just be burning up in the heat out there. I mean, if you're gonna be so career put, if you don't know what that is, that's stingy, greedy, that you can't spend just a little bit on some dirt cheap tarpaulin. You know, that stuff don't cost much here in the Philippines. I wouldn't use it for a fish pond or liner, I'll tell you that though. I would not try to use it to line a fish pond. I would never do that. But for a tarpaulin, like for shade like this, covering stuff up, that is what it's mostly sold for here in the Philippines. Mostly sold for just pulling shade, working in this hot sun. Well, anyway, sidetracking there. Let me show you what all we've been doing here. What I'm doing here is bringing in all of this electrical into a common place. Each has their own sub panel, and I have a lot of reason for doing that besides what you may think, like, oh, you could just run all that to a main box somewhere. But I'm trying to divide the electricity to each one of these rooms, and I have a reason why. Hey Mel, I didn't even see you come up here. Another inspector. How you doing, baby? Yeah, I know you hadn't felt good today, sweetheart. That's why I've left the tiger alone. Melinda! Melinda! Is that you over there? Is that you? Wait, I'll call you on my phone. Wow. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Ah, man, got a lot of sweat in my eyes, man. So, Joel, I pulled him off a task he was doing when I said, Joel, I need you. We got a problem again. Is that the famous words you hear here? Right, bro? He was making the stirrups here for these columns where they're going to continue on up to the second floor and extending up to the roof deck. where you'll have what would they call that? A parapet wall around the edge up there. I believe I have that right. Parapet wall, right? Y'all can correct me if you want. It's okay. Y'all can correct me if you want. Whew, sun's bright. So these columns will stand up past the second floor roof deck up there. They'll come up just a little higher, and they'll create a column for a parapet wall up there. I believe that's the right name, parapet wall. Y'all can correct me if you want. And that'll work like a railing around the edge too, keep anybody from falling off or anything like that. It gives a little privacy on the roof deck, but not so high that you can't sit there and look over the top of it at this beautiful view out here at the water. Man, it's gorgeous right now. Let me show you. Just look at that view out there. Man, that is gorgeous. This will be the view right here that we'll have up off of our bedroom. Actually, we're standing right in front of where our master bedroom will be. And this will be the glass wall right behind Melinda here where this tarp is. That'll be a glass wall across right there, facing the ocean there. So this will be the view from our bedroom window right there. Isn't that just wonderful? And that'll be the same view from the living room, that where you see all that short steel sticking up. That's all going to be bent down or cut off, because that'll also be open, and another big glass wall across right there as well. What do you think about it all, Mel?
I like it.
I can tell you do. You've really been coming up here looking a lot. I come up here looking for mistakes. Close. You're laying right on your back in there. That's funny. Never know where you're going to find a person here. Whew. This is a rain downspout. This is a drain. These would be little drains, look kind of like a shower drain, only big, that will be up here.
Okay.
Luckily, I caught that before we formed around the bottom of these cantilever beams right here. We're gonna have a shape curved piece that comes up on each one of those, kind of like on that little arch in the front, so it kind of matches with that arch. Man, if that was already closed in, they would have had a huge job to make that correction. And I got news for them. I done found one more. Well, I'm whooped. I'm tired. I am super sweaty. There's no telling. I think I probably drank 2.5 gallons of water today. It seems like, no joke. And I think what I'm gonna do is throw on my swimming trunks, and I'm gonna swim for a while. I'm gonna come up and shower, and I'm gonna have a really great evening. Say hello to Nardo's daughter. It's the twins' little friend. I told her she'd come hang out with us today and be company with the girls here at the house. She was so happy for that. That's a sweet girl. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for all the information you share. Thank you for watching our adventure. This is the great part of living here, right here. The great part. puppy.